Hello everybody, welcome back. The Midlands Outdoors here at Bridgnorth. Just pan around, got the River Severn flowing all the way down, got the High Town right away at the top. It is a really nice place, isn't it, Jules? Bridgnorth?
Yeah.
Really do love it. The River Severn, wow. The flow of that. All the way down. There are some really beautiful walks down into Bridgnorth itself. Some really old buildings over here. If I just pan around in a minute, up there's like an old track what used to go up like a cart operational many years ago. I think it did stop. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
It used to run all the way up.
Never been on it though.
No, I know, watching on the internet somewhere, fisherman Matt Hayes went on there on the video. That's how I found out about it. But really cool place this. And down there, it's amazing how you got the sand onto the corner where the River Severn runs down. It's full of rubbish down there, zooming right away in. And that is really cool how you've got all the moss growing around the base of the bridge down the bottom. And that's the River Severn. So I might come back down some later date and we'll go and check out the walks down here. Hopefully they're really great. So I just noticed this old building, Ridley's Seeds, early C19. This was one of many warehouses when the River Severn was a major highway for transportation of merchandise between the warehouse and the rest of the towpath. Was a small dock from which goods were hoisted onto the warehouse. Panning right around, that is a really old building. Similar to the bonded warehouse, goods would have been hoisted all the way up from the bottom. That is a really steep drop down there. So this is the railway cliff in Bridgnorth, 1892. Just gonna have a walk up to here. I think it does say closed. But this is actually where you used to go right away into it.
Oh wow, that's old.
Is it really old inside?
Mm-hmm.
Now see, what can you see from your corner? Have a quick look. Ah, you can just see the track. Just sort of from the window. And there's the old ticket office onto the corner. Wow. It's a shame that something like this is closed. We are closed until further notice. And that has actually been closed for quite a while now, hasn't it? It says there, 22nd of December 2022, Bridgnorth Cliff Rail was closed at noon on Wednesday the 21st until further notice. So you never know, might reopen back up. Be interesting if it does. Right, so this is what I wanted to show you in Bridgnorth. It is really interesting to see this place. And panning all the way around, this is actually Lavington's Hole. The red sandstone rock is soft enough to be carved. It is so soft that 400 years ago, soldiers dug a 70-foot long tunnel up towards the church above. So there is a church somewhere just above there, and there is a chapel. Wow. Very old photos, like rock houses I believe into the corners, and there's like an example of the soldiers actually trying to carve these tunnels all the way out. So I'm going to see if we can actually get up there to have a look at them. So this is it. Wow, look really old, and these go right away through somewhere. Just basic sandstone. And they've all been carved out. Got a support pillar here in the corner. Wow. They do remind me of the little caves what I've seen in Stourport on along the River Severn. There is similar ones to this. But you see, it is really cool to see how these have been all carved out. Really cool feature to Bridgnorth. So if many of you haven't seen this, then definitely worth to come and check this out. And quite a few names carved out on the walls. Sometimes you can get dates onto things like this. And all the way around. We'll go and check out what looks like down here. This is really cool. Wow. That is crazy how that's been carved out. And like the arches onto here. That's cool. Got another in bit there, so I'm guessing they tried to dig up that way, but they didn't get to a certain point. Did see something round here somewhere. Oh wow. That is cool. Yeah, to see into there, that goes right the way in. That is so amazing. And another one there, big massive open cave. I think it's got a gate and a lock onto it. Big massive caves these are. You just see the supports going right the way up. Very old doors onto them. Yeah, blocked off onto each angle. And this is the last one that I want to show you. I'm gonna go round. Wow. So that's Lavington's caves. There is tunnels here, but they've been filled in. So guessing years ago, would have gone all the way around. So you can just see a bit more better into here. You can't get in because it is absolutely solid. But that is so cool into there. Get a better view for you. It's absolutely amazing. Won't open up. Solid shut. But just one more look. Wow. It's cool how you got those holes into the wall onto these Lavington's caves. That is really big into there. I might actually get a couple of photos from inside it, just from this corner. Ah, there is even more. We'll have a quick walk down, because Jules is waiting for me onto the corner. Oh wow, there's another one here. Well, I think when you go up to the top, there would be more just further up to the top. Old pipe work leading right away up there. Pretty cool seeing this, but we'll go and head back down. I'm going to go and check out the churches to see if they're actually open. There is a few churches down to here. So one more look from that corner, that's actually Lavington's caves. So right, just after having a bit of a climb up some steps, just noticed when read the board down the bottom, it mentioned about tunnels being dug up. I'm guessing this is actually one of the tunnels what they tried to dig out, which led very close to the chapel or church onto the corner. It's really cool seeing all these old sandstone walls onto the corners. Really nice place. Oh wow. A very old gas lamp right away at the top. It is a really old building, like I just mentioned. Lots of stuff behind it. That's possibly where the tunnels were going to lead out and come under. There's got to be a lot of history behind that. Guess it's really dating back a bit. Who is it? So it is a theatre on the steps. From the back area of it down the bottom, it looked like a chapel, didn't it? Yeah. There's the old, imagine the old windows being in there all bricked up.
But that's cool inside.
Oh, that's amazing in that.
It's abandoned.
It's a shame that, you know, buildings just get left like this and they just fall into very much of a disrepair. You can see the bricked up the windows in the corner there. Quite cool seeing it though. And these steps should lead up to the top area of the town. And hopefully there is some more churches to have a look at. I'm gonna have to say this is really impressive architecture. Got an house up there, right at the top. But coming through, that is really amazing. That becomes tunnel-like. And you've still got the sandstone walls leading right away up. That is really so cool. And then behind you've got the old, like, there's like metal sidings onto there. It's a really cool architectural route this is. Leaning right way up into Bridge North itself. But that is so amazing. So I just want to show you something cool from World War II. It says there, this building was demolished by enemy action on the 29th of August 1940 and was rebuilt in the year 1950. So many years ago, the gardens, what I'm still here today, this would have been a massive cottage just onto here, all demolished in World War II. It's nice to still see they've got the gardens onto here. But there is a church that I want to have a look at, which is just right away in front. Oh wow, so this is St Leonard's Close. Let's see in the picture onto there, really old. That's a bit better. So you can just see the picture now onto the corner, really old. I'm guessing it does look really cool inside there, right away in that church. So it says there, St Leonard's Church dates on the early 13th century and was built to cater for a population that has now expanded beyond the Castle Bailey. Although it was much rebuilt in the 1840s and 1860s during the Civil War, there was a fierce battle in the churchyard and many royalist troops, including their leader, Colonel Billingsley, were killed. But it is so windy today, so I was actually going to head originally to a woodland walk, but with the wind like this is just too much. Guessing that would have been an old grammar school. It just sounds there, the old grammar school, 1785. That is actually another old building. But the patterns onto here are really cool. Check out the patterns onto there. And some really cool architecture for this church, but you just see how old it is, where it's all peeling back onto the corners, a very old door. And then some more patterns, really cool architecture. So here's some more parts. It says up there, the Grammar School House, 1629 to 39. A set of 3 brick-faced houses, each with mullioned windows and diagonally set chimney stacks. Originally the headmaster lived in one. Big building. So just walking down this lovely street, very old houses. I did see a plaque telling us that it is really old, but right away in front, that is really cool seeing that. Got like a different coloured architecture at the top, like a green, and they've got the cross right away on, the bell tower right about there. So you can enter this one. This is going to be a cool one to check out. So we're going to see what the architecture's got to offer. I mean, you've been wanting to come here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, last time I came it was shut, and I really want to see inside this one. It looks really amazing.
So yeah, give it a go and see what's in there. So right, I found something else. This is the Governor's House in 1633, the former residence of the castle governor originally stood within the outer bailey of the Bridgnorth Castle. One of the only few substantial dwellings in the castle precincts, King Charles I came here in 1642 and 1645 when it was a royalist garrison for Shropshire. So this is actually really old. There is some really cool buildings down in Bridgnorth, so much history down into it. It's really surprised me to how much I've really seen. So just seeing that right away in front, no, one of them, I don't know, one of them very, very old banks.
Yeah,
When you come through, you've got like the, Town Hall, when you've got the pillars, it doesn't really look like a church when you look at it. That is so cool architecture. Like the features up there, I'm like a hall feature. Very old glass coming right away through. Let's go and see what's inside. He basically surveyed the BCN Canal, Thomas Telford. It's quite cool, we've come across that once more. That's Thomas Telford in 1757 to 1834. The architecture of this church was built in 1792. So yeah, so you might be familiar with Thomas Telford of Exploring the Black Country, one of my other videos what I've done. So he designed the bridges like Gorton Bridge, a few other bridges down the BCN main line. So basically he surveyed it like the Smethwick Summit, so he helped it make a bit more better to relieve the traffic in the old days. So that's who this person is. Might get a photo of that because that is actually tied into a bit of Black Country history there. But wow, the ceiling, that is so cool. So right, this is inside that church, absolutely beautiful. The pillars going all the way down. It does remind you of a big hall when you come all the way through. It's one of the bestest churches that I've actually been to so far, especially the ones that I'm in the Black Country. That is some really grand features right away at the top. But this, absolutely beautiful with the stained glass windows and the patterns going all the way through. Wow. Some really cool features, and Thomas Telford, how he constructed most of the architectural features that I'm into here. So that is actually why it looks really grand within this church. So right, the last thing, really beautiful to see the church right the way down the back, but this castle part is actually leaning to one side. Zooming right away in, you can just see where it's actually leaning from the corner. I'm thinking this is really old. Gates open, it does say open to 8:30 p.m, May to September, October to April, 5:30 to 5 p.m. Wow, there's some cool sights of the old castle, the ruins of it. It is a shame, once more, it is really windy today, because I would have got some really good stuff around the town. There's so much. You've even got the gate, the castle gate, which is right way down the bottom, and that is old, 17th century. But really cool to see that, the ruins of it. Guard against the Danes. Do you see the dates? 1101, 1102. 1647, after the fall of Bridgnorth, the castle and town walls were destroyed on orders from Parliament. So it does date to 1321. The castle was captured by the barons who rebelled against King Edward II. And in 1646, parliamentary troops attacked Bridgnorth and entered the town. A fire started by the royalist troops burned almost all of the high town. So you just see lots of interesting information behind Bridgnorth itself, especially the high town. So if you do want me to come back to Bridgnorth, drop it in the comments. It's been a really quite interesting trip to see some of the old features. Cool. This is the Severn Valley Railway. If I can zoom in. Right the way there, there's the Severn Valley Railway. Even got the trains just parked all the way up. So right, we're here at the Severn Valley Railway, aren't we now?
Yeah.
So we've come to check it out. So this is where we're going to be heading, hopefully in the future, to go on the trains. So we're definitely going to come and do it, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's
Maybe
quite cheap,
April,
isn't it?
towards the end of April, you'll might see a video of this of the Severn Valley Railway. And we're going to do all the trip, all the way there, all the way back, stop off, do a bit of history.
Yeah. I mean, this is so cool. This is the ticket office. This is so old, this place is 1800s. So you imagine, most of you've seen the train video what I've done, the walk to Darby Dell, so you would have had like similar stations like this on the old lines. And here's the track. Right the way down, you've got the trains at the bottom. Got the Bridgnorth sign down there. Really cool place. So yeah, hopefully fingers crossed we might come and do this one. I want something really cool to show you before we go. Just noticed the old Midland Red bus signs onto the corner. Midland Red. That's cool, that is. And then further down you've got the Railway Man's Arms onto the corner. That's an old pub. And the old bridge going all the way across. So yeah, we'll see you soon. So thank you very much for watching the video today. See you in the next one.
Bye bye.